Hello everyone and welcome back to this Stephen Curry's mini-series regarding whether or not he's a playoff choker. Today is the final part, part 6, and here we have for you a little summary overall of the grading scale. So basically, as you can see, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, that's a mouthful, of the NBA Finals. And honestly, as you can see, Western Conference Finals wise, he does relatively well, and then you have National Conference Finals, more like just National Finals. I kind of messed up on that. He does relatively poorly, but overall, even though I consider National Conference Finals to be more important, he does end up having a relatively decent grade overall. Now, for example, in the 2018 NBA Finals, when he gets a B- overall, even though he has a really terrible grade for the National Finals, well, that's relatively obvious in my opinion, because it was basically because he ran the system so well that even though he played poorly, the rest of the Warriors offense did really, really well. Now, this is basically going to be a relatively short video. You have a summary, and I'm going to give you the final verdict on whether or not he's a playoff choker. And it's relatively easy. He's not. It's not even close. There's no way he's a choker. I mean, 2016, I'd say he just strongly underperformed. National Finals, he did choke games 1 through 6. I think for sure Game 7 he was injured. Games 1 through 6 he didn't look as fluid as well, but like I said, his injuries during that final game, or his injuries throughout the Houston Rockets series, and then coming back and then talking so much trash against the Trailblazers, I really feel like, let's be honest here, boys and girls, he really shouldn't have talked that trash if he felt like he was, like, why would he talk all that trash if he wasn't 100%? And there's always that, that thing about honesty, modesty, and the fact that he's coming back, talks to trash, and then isn't able to back it up against the Thunder or the Cavs. I just don't know what to say. That's just a really stupid thing for him to do. So yeah, next time if he's injured, then he better stay humble, because I basically graded him for those series as if he wasn't injured at all, because in my opinion, he's a relatively humble dude a lot of the other times, and the fact that for that one moment he talked trash, I'm going to consider him being 100% because he didn't talk all that trash often. Now, overall moments wise, he has a lot of good moments in these NBA Finals. He was clutch in Game 1 against the Spurs 2018 NBA Conference Finals. He had 46 points against the Raptors National Finals 2019. He's had a lot of good moments, but at the same time, he's had a lot of bad series. Good games, he's had really hot games, but at the same time, he's had really bad series, and that's kind of a big issue. That's kind of like the real issue here, in my opinion, because it's okay if you have great, amazing games, but at the same time, if you're a first unanimous MVP and one of the best players in the league, top 5 in my opinion, how are you only going to be like having 1 or 2 really good games and the rest of them you're underperforming? Honestly, that's, in my opinion, that's what I would call Stephen Curry's playoff performances. He's not choking in any of them, in my opinion. He's not choking. The only case you can make that for is 2016 NBA Finals. Other than that, he's not choking. He's just strongly underperforming. Efficiency goes down, but it's not enough. He doesn't drop enough in order to call it choking. He's not shying away from the moments. He's taking the shots. He's engaging the offense. He's passing the ball. He's doing everything. It's just that he's just not shooting at the same proficiency. In my opinion, that's not choking. Sure, there's some pressure, which leads to him underperforming. It's not a choke. In my opinion, like, a choke is a mix, is basically the 2011 NBA Finals LeBron James. It's when he shot terribly, and then he didn't even want anything to do with the ball. Like, he didn't even want to touch the ball, shoot the ball. All he did was pass the ball when the team needed him. Stephen Curry, he never really looked to shy away from the moment. If he wanted to score, he got the ball, but it's just that he missed, and I think that was the real issue here. Honestly, so like I said, like, he didn't choke at all throughout, like I said, 2016 NBA Finals. You can definitely say that he choked, but overall, over his playoff career, just like in general, it's obvious that he didn't choke. 2019 NBA Finals, he had a great run. That was his first time he ever had an A overall because, no Kevin Durant, and he just carried his team overall, and I think that's relatively good. But yeah, like I said, the final verdict is that he's not a choker, but he's just underperforming in the NBA playoffs. But after 2019, I'm hopeful, and maybe if he makes 2 or 3 more NBA Finals, we can look back on this series and then add to it, and possibly, say that he doesn't underperform and that he's actually rather clutch in the finals now, or he actually rises to the moment every single time the moment is there. So yeah, I hope he can come back on this series later in the future, you know, if he makes any more NBA finals, but until then, he just strongly underperforms in the NBA playoffs and with little marks of really, really amazing games. So yeah, overall, I mean, the final verdict, he's an underperforming NBA superstar who has really, really great performances every now and then in the NBA playoffs. That's it for me. I mean, you know, Western Conference Finals, NBA Finals, those are the times when the pressure really amounts to the most, in my opinion. And yeah, that's honestly what I graded him on. And yeah, that's that. I hope you guys all enjoyed this series. It was a mini series, and honestly, like I said before, if he does continue to make any more NBA Finals, we will continue to go back on it, analyze it, add to this series, and then change the verdict, possibly from underperformer to maybe a player that rises to the moment. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.